Hey guys, how are you? Vladimir Ribakov here from Traders Academy Club. This video is a weekly performance review of the sRs Trend Rider, sRs Pro and sRs 2 of the previous week, 11 till the 15th of November 2019. As you know, we started this series of videos in educational purpose to explain all the technical analysis we do and how do we trade the trading systems. And right now, I would want to explain all the trades we took on the previous week. For that, let's go to the performance page of the blog and let's see how it worked and what did we have. So the first one, Australian versus the dollar. We had this sell trade opportunity here. Basically what we got on the market was, just find the line, just a second. Sometimes this virtual pen I draw is stuck. So we can see that we are holding here the range, and this trend line breakout happens right here. So the pair basically now is back to lower highs, lower lows pattern within the range. And on the general analysis, we got before a triple cycle to the upside, and we expected two deeper wave corrections. And the idea was that we are going to below this area, and that's why our view was sell, and we expected that to continue lower. So the Aussie dollar was the first pair in our list, and it delivered and reached both profits. Next one on the list, was the pound New Zealandian 15 minutes time frame. So what did we have on this pair? It was one of my favorites to follow up. We got here two opportunities, one on the bigger scale, one on the lower scale right here, that broke the trend line slightly before the alert came in play. As we can see, the monitors are lined up for us, and the sentiment and the momentum of the sRs are great as well. Watching on the analysis on this pair, basically here is what we faced. Two waves to the downside, bullish divergence, breakout above this area, and we started to create here the higher highs, higher low structure. Another good bullish appearance. So our view was we are going higher, looking for the buys, and we got this shot. Then retrace, two waves in play, and that was an easy decision here, supported by the higher time frame. Again, delivered both targets in the profits. Euro pound sale was the next one. I personally loved that. Well, it failed, but I love that technically. We got a beautiful two waves here. Trend line breakout, higher time frame, both 4 hour and 1 hour are very bearish. The momentum and the sentiment are lined up for good sell for us. Again, unfortunately, as you can see, we almost managed to reach the first profit, but it turned around and failed. Part of the game, part of the statistics. As per the general analysis, what the idea I had at that moment, that we are going down. Well, as you can see, we did, but unfortunately it failed first of all. So basically what happened was it got our stop loss and then continued all the way down to deliver what expected. Part of the game. Again, you can be 100% correct with the analysis and expectations. Sometimes the zigzags and the moves are making losses. It's part of the game. Again, we can change that. New Zealandian sell is another pair we got here, trading basically waves, trend line breakout. Again, beautiful momentum, clear momentum from the higher time frames. Sentiment and momentum are lined up for a good sell, and this pair delivered the first target, continued lower, never managed to hit the first target, and closed on break even. What we got here on the New Zealandian yen was very simple scenario. We got a triple cycle to the upside, very strong divergence in play. Our expectation, we are going for two waves correction or a deeper range. Basically, both are in play. So we were looking for the sells. We enjoyed the sell, as you can see. It delivered until then it blocked with divergence, right, and retraced, but we managed to make our profits. That was the analysis. We got 3 legs to the upside, bearish divergence. So the expectations are to the corrective cycle, and that's what we traded, and that's where we found our success. Euro franc sell was basically not a typical classical sell with 2 waves, the ABCD, but that's the beauty of the sRs Pro. It does not limit you to one sort of setups. Basically here, fantastic trend line holding resistance zone, as you can see here. Lower highs, lower lows in place, sort of a channel movement with a higher time frame classical analysis. What we had on this one, basically, 2 waves from the daily with the bearish divergence, and then all the way from the 4-hour chart, we started to create here the structure of the bearish trend, lower highs, lower lows. It was simply fantastic. Sell the rallies was easy plan, no divergence against us on any of the places here, as you can see. Only going down, gaining momentum. It simply looks fantastic. Both daily and 4-hour supporting the sell. It was a very easy decision in that case and delivered both targets into the profit. Next one was the Australian versus the Kiwi to the upside. Again, pair I loved. It was a classical 2 waves breakout. Looks simply fabulous. Here is my analysis, and that it was a longer term attempt. We got here this, and it was breaking. So where did it come from? A bullish hidden divergence for expected of the trend continuation. Back then, it was supporting by the assumption that the daily is developing second cycle. All that was before that came in play and the massive trend line was broken. So as you can see, my analysis here was wrong, and because the analysis was wrong, this trade also failed and hit the stop loss. So again, part of the statistics, we can't run away from that. Pound Canadian is our next trade. Classical ABCD pattern in a bullish pattern, 3 higher highs, 3 higher lows. Fantastic trade, fantastic trend. Unfortunately, here we got a little bug that didn't allow the monitors to upload the all the arrows. The bitmap had some problem with the servers in that case, but it worked all the way higher. You can see both daily and 4-hour are fantastic, so the 1-hour was easy setup. As per the analysis behind this trade, basically, I was expecting it to reach the 261.8 of the special cycle it was developing, and that's why for me it was clearly buys. I was also expecting it to reach the clearance zone we have here. Well, it did. So, So the buy decision was easy, and we reached the first profit. Second hit the break even with the retrace. Euro yen sell was basically delivered by this ABCD. We are holding here this resistance zone, as you can see. Massive bearish view from the higher time frames. Looks simply fabulous, and this one also delivered great run for both profits. Quick view on the general analysis to explain the logic behind this trade. So we had 2 waves with a bearish hidden divergence inside the bearish structure here. It was sort of a bearish, serious bearish pressure. It was beautifully supported on the 4-hour chart by making the structure of the lower highs, lower lows. It was also sort of a cycle on the 4-hour chart, expecting here to reach a deeper correction zone. So sell rallies was the plan there. Pretty clear, pretty simple, and it delivered us all the way to the sell. Ripple was a beautiful sell, even though I'm looking for long-term buys. On the short term, it was based purely on the momentum and the structure, on the pattern. So what did we have? 3 lower highs, 3 lower lows, and 2 waves correction. Breakout, and here we are. Daily and 4-hour scream sell, as you can see. The 1 hour is giving us, delivering here a clear structure. Now take a look on the control of the sRs candles, purely without going to deeper analysis. Look at all this scenario and tell me who controls here. Even without the patterns, look at the sRs candles. Who controls the market here? Sellers. And that's why the decision here was super easy, of course, with a measured risk, and we delivered and enjoyed the run here. So without even, sometimes, you know, we as traders always are busy with analysis and analysis. It's important, of course, but sometimes the picture is so clear and logical without even wasting effort to check high. And the last one, that was the Ripple, basically. So it was a very good trading week for the sRs Pro. This is already a new week, so I'll review that in the next week. We also had several of the sRs2. The sRs2, for those of you who do not have the sRs system, sRs2 is what you get completely free when you get the sRs Pro. So all you have to do is just get your copy, and you can do it also with the brokers program, get it completely free. You have all the details below the video in the description or in the pinned comment. And basically you get both sRs Pro and sRs2. So what I want to do right now is to review the sRs2, as we discussed already about the sRs Pro. So the Aussie dollar is the first one. We discussed about it before. I explained it already. It's the same analysis, same expectation, which paid here as well. We had the CAD yen, also very interesting setup, and this one I will explain in a second, but basically take a look what happens here. 3 lower highs, 3 lower lows, and a triangle structure. Breakout and the expectations for continuation. From higher view, take a look, what did we have here? CAD yen, here we go. From the higher view, check this out. Daily slowdown with double cycle and bearish divergence. For our chart and on this reversal, take a look what it builds for us. Lower highs, lower lows, 2 waves retrace, bearish divergence, trendline breakout. Simply fantastic. And developing the next leg. We can't ask for more, and that was a fantastic opportunity, and it delivered. The next one was the Euro Aussie sell. I personally was expecting a trend continuation there after this triple double. So we got the first trend line breakout. We missed it a bit, so we went with the next one right here. Again, unfortunately, the trend was beautiful, everything was there, but unfortunately we finished here with a loss. And the last one we had here was the dollar yen sell. Basically we missed this trendline breakout on the ABCD, so we had to go with the bigger scale, these two. Again, the spike didn't change anything because the spike are between the high and the low here, so they don't really change on anything for us. That's the official movement, and we are in a clear structure, lower highs, lower lows, bearish trend expected here. As per the analysis, what we got was very easy read. Triple cycle from the daily finished with the bearish divergence. We expected correction. 4-hour chart gave us the verification by making also lower highs, lower lows. It was an bearish divergence, of course. So it was easy sell, and it delivered. So it worked pretty fantastic as well. So that was our sRs trading week. It really was a good trading week. on both SRS Pro and SRS 2. As I mentioned before, if you don't have your copy yet and you would like to join our SRS community, which by the way, we also have the dedicated SRS Telegram channel for all the members where you can raise up all your questions, discuss setups, anything you need. We are there for you. We share our own setups as well, so you can get your copy right below the video, of course. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be more than happy to assist and to help and to answer any of your questions. So that's pretty much it. That's the weekly performance review. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it useful, educational, helpful. If you have any question, you know where to find me. I'm in the Telegram for you. You can contact my team as well. We are here. So enjoy your day, your week, and I wish you successful trading. See you in the next video.